Protect home court in Game 5. Pray the refs call Game 6 fairly, then anything can happen in Game 7. Protect home court in Game 5. Pray the refs call Game 6 fairly, then anything can happen in Game 7. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get down to business. So, I ain't saying this is WWE or anything, but look. In Game 1, the free throw disparity was 6-29, favoring the Lakers. Game 2 was called fairly, with the Warriors getting 16 to the Lakers 17. Game 3 was, well, you be the judge. The final free throw statistic says 37-17, but guys, don't let that fool you. The game was already over by the end of the third quarter, and at that point, the free throw disparity was 33-8. 33-8. Just let that sink in for a bit. In the fourth quarter, which was pretty much all garbage time, the refs decided to give the Warriors 9 free throws for cosmetics, just to make the final box score appear a little more fair. Game 4 was 12-20 in favor of the Lakers. I'd say that was called pretty fairly, but sadly the Warriors lost that one in the fourth quarter due to Clay going for multiple heat checks and also due to Draymond not wanting to take that putback too. You know, most people are focusing on his last turnover, but it's the shot that he didn't take that I'm still fuming about. But anyway, back to the free throw disparities from the other games. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say that it's because the Warriors shoot a ton of threes and that the Lakers are the more aggressive team in the paint, but look at Game 3. Throughout the first 3 quarters of that game, like I said, the free throw disparity was at 33-8 in favor of the Lakers, but guess what the three-point shooting was like? Well, at the end of the third quarter, the Lakers shot 26 threes to the Warriors 32. Sheesh, guys. How can 6 more three-point attempts lead to literally 4 times the amount of free throws? 2 times. Okay, I'll still be salty about that, but it sounds like it could be right. But 4 times? Like, you can't make this up. The final score was 127-97. But when the whistles are literally all going in favor of the Lakers, you lose the ability to defend properly, to attack properly, and it really messes up the entire game. Now, some of y'all may be saying that in the regular season, the Lakers were number 1 in free throw attempts, while the Warriors were dead last, and you're actually right. But the numbers weren't that off. Like, just look at the numbers yourself. The Lakers were at the very top, averaging 26.6 free throw attempts per game, while the Warriors were at the very bottom, but still averaging 20.2 free throw attempts per game. Like, we all understand the Lakers draw more fouls and the Warriors commit more fouls, and if it was even a 2-1 difference, that sounds about right, but when it's 4 times the difference, it gets a little suspicious, don't you think? And if you're going to say it's because the Lakers are more aggressive, then check out this play here. As DiVincenzo here gets the pass from Curry, look at Anthony Davis getting him right on the arm. That should have been an obvious and one, but there was no whistle. Another one that really stands out here was when Dennis Schroeder grabbed Draymond's knee. It was ruled just a common foul, but when Moody grabbed Anthony Davis, it was assessed as a flagrant foul and a take foul. Holy smokes, guys. It was literally the same play, but one gets overlooked, while the other one not only gets 1 penalty, but 2. It really doesn't get more obvious than when it comes to the officiating in this series. Anyway, as of today, it's 3-1 for the Lakers, and while they're all celebrating the Game 4 win, there's a scary truth about the Warriors' current situation. Anthony Davis and LeBron James both just played 43 minutes, and they're headed back to Chase Center in 2 days. With the Lakers having the commanding lead in the series now, I don't see the refs giving Game 5 to LA. They'd at least want the series to appear to look like it was fair. So it'll be a neutral point when it comes to officiating, and with the game at Chase Center, I just don't see the Warriors losing. That's going to be a huge bounce-back game for players like Clay, Poole, and everyone else not named Steph Curry. Then there's Game 6. This will be the most important one of the series, and this is actually Game 7 for the Lakers, because if they don't win this one, they're not winning the next one back at Chase Center. I see the refs giving the Lakers the whistle again in this one, but if Game 6 Clay shows up, And if the Warriors could go ballistic from 3 and just shoot them out of the building for just this one game, then ladies and gentlemen, we have another Game 7. Now, of course, anybody could win the rubber match, but the question is, how confident is Laker Nation in playing against the Warriors at home for a Game 7? I'll let y'all think about that. In the meantime, there's a few important topics that need to be discussed. And the first is that Steph Curry is about to go off. I mean, in Game 4, although he didn't have the most efficient shooting night, the man still had a 31-point triple-double. I know summer is just around the corner, but y'all should expect to see thunderstorms coming from Steph going forward in each of the remaining games. Time after time after time, as evident from that Game 7 against Sacramento, we've seen Steph elevate his game to a stratosphere of his own whenever his back was against the ropes. And I don't know about you, but I'm worried for the Lakers. I mean, just think about it. We know he's going to go off in Game 5. Then, if both him and Klay show up for Game 6, the NBA is going to have its biggest rating in NBA history for Game 7. I mean, how often is it that 2 top 10 players of all time who both have 4 rings meet each other in a winner-takes-all game? Sheesh. Anyway, next off, I want to talk about Moses Moody a bit. The second-year guard has shown huge developments recently. His combination of shooting skills mixed with his veteran personality seems like he'll make a great fit alongside the Splash Brothers for years to come. I mean, just check out this play here where he draws LeBron out to the three-point line, crosses him up, then does a step back. Sheesh, guys. Going forward in the series, Steve Kerr should seriously consider transferring all of Poole's minutes to Moody. I mean, he crashes the boards, he fights for 50-50 balls, he makes his three-point shots. And if things don't go his way, he doesn't sulk, he doesn't complain, he just moves on to the next play. After Moody, I need to talk about Draymond. So I don't know exactly where or when it happened, but there used to be a time that Draymond wasn't afraid of getting in LeBron's face and actually embraced the challenge. I mean, remember the battles they had back in 2016? Well, ever since then, he's been,
Steve Kerr, I'm throwing this out there right now. If LeBron James is passing the all-time scoring record and we have a game, I'm going to LeBron's game.
Yeah. There's also been a few more of these in interviews, like the time he interviewed Steph and sounded like he wanted Steph to say, "I want LeBron to come to Golden State." So, yeah, guys, I feel like this matchup against LeBron isn't favoring Draymond at all because of the relationship he has with LeBron. Like, he just doesn't have that same energy, that same juice which he normally comes with. Anyway, going forward from here, as long as the referees call the games fairly, I don't see the Warriors in a bad position at all. Winning 3 games in a row is all they got to do, and they've already shown that they have the ability to do that. In fact, in their last 3 playoff series against Sacramento, against the Celtics, against the Mavericks, in each of those series, the Warriors won 3 straight games in a row. Then, in addition, there's the famous Corgi who goes by the name Steph Fury, who's been incredibly accurate in his predictions, and even he says the Warriors in 7. Now, I'm not about to go all Ja Morant now and chant Warriors in 7, but I do look forward to Game 5. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for that Steph Curry storm.